Dominic, welcome to Behind the Shadows.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's my pleasure to have you. Why don't we tell our audience a little bit about your background and your practice?
Well, I've been an audiologist for 28 years. Decided to open up a private practice approximately 12 years ago. We specialize in hearing loss, and balance issues, and also with an emphasis on hearing conservation.
Interesting. And what is your educational background? Like, I remember when we first met, you said, well, I was either going to be a pizza maker or I was going to be a doctor of audiology. So how did you make the transition?
Well, I made the transition because I went away to college. I was the first one in our family to go to school.
Wonderful.
And just fell in love with the profession of audiology. Like I always say, you can teach someone how to do this, but you have to have a certain level of caring and empathy to really become a successful audiologist or healthcare professional.
Any healthcare professional.
Sure.
Well, you know, I've often heard that hearing loss is an invisible disability, because when you look at someone, you have no clue whether they're hearing you correctly or at all. You know, but if someone has a physical disability, it's very easy to identify. So I'm sure it makes it frustrating, not only for the person that has the hearing loss, but it's frustrating for the person that is trying to communicate with someone that's not hearing at the prime level.
Oh, absolutely. As you say, it is very, very silent. You cannot see the impairment, and there's two sides to that, because a lot of hearing impaired individuals will be able to mask the problem and just get through the day,
right,
and not really be identified. But then when you have a relationship with somebody and you're constantly being asked to repeat, what tends to happen is it will create stress in work environments, at home, in all social interactions with individuals.
Well, I remember when I was in grade school, I had a very good friend, Frances, and she was extremely hard of hearing. And in those days, they weren't hidden. You know, you saw it, had the wires. But I actually learned how to read lips with her because her speech was impaired, because her hearing. And we became very good friends because I was able to communicate with her only because I was able to read her lips, because I found it very difficult, everyone did, to understand it. What is the connection, the hearing voice connection?